1.
1 ball, no strike.
So now Jurickson Profar is at the plate. So back to a 2-run lead for the Braves. 1-0 Profar, right center, and run down. Hung up a little too much out there in center, and Profar is a line out for out number 1 here in the 4th inning. And now here is Ozzie Albies, who singled his first time. 1 out, nobody aboard, and a run home in the inning here for the Braves. Tapped that one foul at the plate, 0-1. 2-time Silver Slugger for Albies, 19 and 21. Breaking ball fouled at the dish again, and it's 0-2. Pivetta approaching 50 pitches here in the 4th. He's at 48 at the moment. Inside nearly hit him, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
Side again, 2-2.
Full count.
Worked it from 0-2 to 3-2 did Albies. 3-2 the pitch. Inside, so he goes from 0-2 to 3-2. And he draws the walk. First walk of the game issued by Pivetta. And now Sean Murphy to the plate. Murphy fouls the first pitch off, 0-1. 1 for 1 in the ball game today is Sean Murphy with a base hit. Runner on first here with 1 out in the 4th. 0-1 pitch, he chased it, 0-2. Early action in the Padres bullpen, Waldron and Morajan warming up. The 0-2. Breaking ball, hit in the air to right. Tatis barely has to move, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Now Orlando Arcia will stand in. Runner on first here with 2 out. And a run home in the inning here for the Braves. First pitch, right side, just foul. Arcia 6 for 10 in his career against Pivetta. He's batting .600, 6 for 10, and he's got 2 homers against him. Right side, diving stop over there. Race to the bag is in time. And the side is retired, but the Braves out on another run. Austin Riley on the first pitch of the inning. Goes opposite field, and it's 3-1. Braves halfway through 4. Manny Machado set to lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 4. 2-run lead here for the Braves. Schwellenbach got a couple runs to play with here. 56 pitches here starting the 4th, looking pretty good. Giving up just the 1 run.
Ball.
Back in the 2nd. One-0 pitch. Machado turns on this one and sends it foul, and it's 1-1. Loud off the bat, 103 miles an hour. He was just early. Keeps it fair this time down the left field line. Profar over to it quickly. Machado stays at first, and it's a leadoff single for Manny Machado to start the 4th inning. Hook the first one foul, keeps that one fair right down the left field line. The leadoff man's aboard here for the Padres, and now here it is Elias Diaz. The former Rocky will stand in. And outside, 1-0. Right over the heart of the plate and fouled away. 1-1. Acquired via free agency in the offseason. 1-1. Diaz misses outside. 2-1. Hitters count now with Machado on over at first. Nobody out here in the fourth. Diaz fouls that one straight back, and it's 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And another strikeout for Schwellenbach. He's got 6 here in the fourth. And that's out number 1. So 1 away now here in the fourth. Machado remains on over at first. And now here is Cronenworth. Strike 1. Inside corner. Walk back in the second did Cronenworth. Coming off of a year in which he hit 17 balls into the Cron zone. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Acquired by from Tampa Bay in 2019. Has become a favorite here in San Diego over the past few seasons. The 1-1. Inside corner, 1-2. Inside, 2-2. Watch out. 2-2. Machado, the runner on over at first, led off the inning with a base hit. The 2-2. Outside, full count. Jason Hayward waits on deck. Three-two pitch, shut foul. They'll do it again. Good battle here by Cronenworth. Game 4 of this 4-game set to start the year between the Braves and the Padres. 3-2 one more time. And another foul ball. Crowd here in San Diego looking for something to cheer about. The 3-2 rip. Foul again. Good battle here by Jake Cronenworth. We'll see a 9th pitch of this at-bat as they continue a battle of 3-2. Strike 3 called, top of the zone. Cronenworth is on his way to first base. Thought it was a walk. It was in the strike zone, though. And that's strikeout number 7 for Spencer Schwellenbach. So after the leadoff single by Machado, the next 2 guys are retired, and now Jason Hayward to stand in. RBI double, he drove in the first run for the Padres back in the second. Breaking ball doesn't break, and it's 1-0. Long-time vet, drafted back in 2007 was Jason Hayward by these Atlanta Braves, and this one's fouled away, 1-1. No, inside, just barely, and it's hitter's count to Hayward at 2-1.
1 strike.
Machado, the runner on over at first. The 2 out here in the fourth. Outside, 3-1. Connor Joe, the 9-hole hitter, waits on deck for the Padres. Hitters count to Hayward way ahead. 3 balls and a strike. Calls it away, full count. So Machado will get a head start off of first base now. 3-2 with 2 out. See if Hayward can do something with it as Schwellenbach kicks and fires. There goes Machado, and it's fouled away just off the end of the bat to stay alive. A lot of lengthy at-bats here in this fourth inning, getting the pitch count up on Schwellenbach. He's about to throw his 80th pitch here in the fourth. Machado takes off again, and it's inside, ball 4. Good at-bat for Hayward. He's on board for the second time. And the inning will continue to Connor Joe with both the tying run on base and the go-ahead run at the plate here. Machado at second, Hayward at first. First pitch to Joe is ripped to the right side, and a base hit. One hop into the glove of Acuna. Machado will stop at third, and the bases are loaded here for the Padres. Connor Joe delivers with the first pitch swinging, and a base hit to the other side of the field. Now the bases are loaded for the top of the order, and Jackson Merrill. Big chance for the Padres to get into this lead. And a ball apparently is called, 1-0. So the bases are loaded here for the Padres. No team is more exciting to see have the bases loaded than the Slam Diego Padres. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, 2-0. Machado at third, Hayward at second, Connor Joe over at first. 2 balls and no strikes to Jackson Merrill. Swinging away and fouls it away, 2-1. One pitch right there for a strike, and it's 2-2. So now the deuces are wild here for Schwellenbach with the bases loaded. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A 2-run lead for the Braves. And a base hit into center field. Machado will come in to score. Hayward rounding third. Throw will go to third, and this game is tied. 3-3. Jackson Merrill with a 2-run single up the middle, and it's a brand new ball game here in San Diego. And that's going to do it for Schwellenbach here tonight. Had a good start, but couldn't finish here in the fourth. Brand new ball game at 3-3, a pitching change here for the Braves. Bryce Elder will be the new guy out of the bullpen here for the Braves. A normal starter, actually. He had a 2-5 record last year. He's starting out of the bullpen here today. 6.52 ERA last season. And he will come in a brand new ball game at 3-3, and there's still runners on first and second here with 2 away in the fourth. And Bogarts attacks the first pitch and sends it foul, 0-1. Jackson Merrill, the 2-run single to tie the game at 3 here in the fourth. Connor Joe, the guy at second. One tough foul, 0-2. Through the first few games of this series, Bogarts batting .400 with runners in scoring position. The 0-2 is outside, 1-2 to count. One ball and 2 strikes. And fouled away. So Bryce Elder trying to get out of this inning for Schwellenbach, who is responsible for the runners on base. 1-2 the count. The pitch inside, 2-2. This is wild. And a base hit into center field. Connor Joe around third. Harris's throw will come all the way through, and it's late, and the Padres take a 4-3 lead. Xander Bogaerts comes through. All of this happening with 2 outs. And the Padres flip the script. Now here is Luis Arraez trying to keep it going. 4-3. Padres jump in front. And Arraez fouls that one away, 0-1. Two for 2 is Arraez. A double and a single. Coming off of a year in which he hit over 300 at 314. Ripped, but foul, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. And a ground ball to the right side. Ozzie Albies will go to first. And that'll do it for the inning. But the Padres score 3 runs to jump in front. Connor Joe started it off with a 2-run game-tying single. And then Xander Bogaerts makes it 4-3. Let's take a look at our starter comparison. Schwellenbach just got knocked out of the game. He pitched 3.2 innings, gave up 4 runs. He is in line for the loss at the moment. Nick Pivetta still going, 4 innings pitched. He's allowed 3 runs, a home run, and he struck out 4. Schwellenbach did strike out 7, but just couldn't finish it off when it mattered last inning, and he got knocked out of the game, and now it's a 1-run lead the other way for the Padres. And the top of the order here for the Braves will stand in here to start the 5th. Ronald Acuna Jr., who is 1 for 2 with a double. And he skies this one towards right center field. Merrill and Tatis converge. It'll be Merrill to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 away, nobody aboard. Here is Michael Harris, who is 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Breaking ball, missed off the plate, 1-0. 0 for 12 in his career against Nick Pivetta.
No, that's a ball.
6 strikeouts. Half of the at-bats against Pivetta and 12 appearances have been strikeouts for Michael Harris. He's ahead 2-0 here, though. And he hammers this ball down the right field line, and it is going to stay fair, and it's gone. Michael Harris ambushes. And we're tied at 4 here in San Diego. First home run of the season for Michael Harris, and it's lucky number 13 in his at-bat against Pivetta. He was 0 for 12 against him coming in, and he sends this one out to tie the game at 4-4. 103 miles an hour off the bat down the right field line. Hooked around the foul pole and stays fair for a tying home run here in the 5th. And we're tied at 4 here in San Diego. What a game this has turned out to be so far. And we're just halfway through. Here's Marcell Ozuna, who's 0 for 1. Got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. So he's been on base once here for the Braves. Tie game at 4 here in the 5th. And this ball's ripped up foul, 1-2. Or excuse me, 1-1. So that home run by Harris makes it so that Schwellenbach is not in line for the loss. He'll get a no decision as Ozuna skies this one in the air towards left center, and Merrill will get there. to make the catch, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. Now Matt Olson, 2 out, nobody aboard, but a run home. Tied at 4 here in the 5th. Breaking ball down and in, 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
10-year career for Olson. Started with the Oakland Athletics. Came over to the Braves after Freddie Freeman departed to Los Angeles. Turns on this one, sends it to right center. Merrill on the run. He's been busy out there. He records all 3 outs in the inning. But in between it all, Michael Harris with a deep drive to right ties the game at 4 here on America's Game of the Week. No balls, he had a strike. And downstairs to Tatis,
1 ball,
who is
1
0 for
strike.
2. Here in the bottom of inning number 5. Both offenses exploding. This one's popped up behind first. Long run for Matt Olson. And he'll get there in shallow right to make the catch. They had the outfield shifted to the left side. So Olson had to go back and get that one, and he does for out number 1. Now here is Manny Machado, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. But a 308 here in the early season. Nobody on, 1 out, and a hammer job, but found nothing in 1. That sends it right at Profar and left. And that is out number 2. Didn't quite barrel that one up. 87 miles an hour off the bat. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th for Elias Diaz. And a strike from Elder and a sinker, nothing in 1. 0 for 6 in his career is Diaz against Elder with a couple of strikeouts. And that one misses apparently. 1-1. Outside 2-1. Inside, nearly hit him, and it's 3-1. Cronenworth waits on deck here for San Diego. 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count to Diaz. Breaking ball didn't break, and it's a walk. Here with 2 out. So Diaz gets aboard. Inning will continue here for Jake Cronenworth, who is 0 for 1. Walked and scored a run his last time to the plate. First pitch to Cronenworth misses inside 1-0. 7th round pick back in 2015 with the Tampa Bay Rays. Came over here in the COVID year 2020. And the 1-0. Cronenworth in the air, left field. Profar dives, it's off his glove. Can't make the catch. And the inning will continue. Cronenworth with a base hit. And a good effort there by Profar, but he couldn't squeeze it. And the former San Diego Padre nearly with a 5-star catch in his old ballpark. But the inning will continue, and now Jason Hayward will get a chance to swing. First and second with 2 out. Outside 1-0. Hayward 1 for 1. With a walk and an RBI double. Back in the second. Diaz at second, Cronenworth at first here with 2 out in the 5th, and a tie game at 4. In there for a strike, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Two.
Top of the zone, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside, even at 2-2. Deuces are wild now here for Bryce Elder against Hayward. Tie game at 4. Ripped right field. Acuna's right there though. And the side is retired. A couple 2-out hits go for naught for the Padres. They strand 2. And we're still tied at 4 here in San Diego. Ron Marinacio, 2 games under his belt this year already, 2.2 innings pitched. Hasn't allowed a run yet. And Austin Riley, who had an opposite field home run his last time, will be the first guy to face him.
No ball, 1 strike.
Estrada and Suarez warming up. And nothing in 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Marinaccio trying to get Riley here. Nothing in 2. And a swing and a miss. Marinaccio with a strikeout of Austin Riley. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Started him off with a fastball. And then went breaking ball. 3-pitch strikeout. So 1 out here for Jurickson Profar, who made the attempt at that diving catch in the bottom of the 5th.
1-0.
Kept it in front of him, though. If that ball got by him, very well could be a Padres lead again right now. Nothing in 2, or no, 0-2 rather, with a line out and a ground out today. 1 out, nobody aboard. And off the end of the bat, skies this one into center field for Jackson Merrill, who makes the catch. And there's quickly 2 away here for Marinaccio. Now Ozzie Olbies, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. First pitch, swing and a miss.
0-1.
2 for 5 yesterday, 3 runs driven in, and a home run. 10-9, Braves won that game yesterday. Here's a strike, and it's nothing in 2. Strike, 3 called inside corner. And Marinaccio comes in and throws some cheddar. 1-2-3 go the Braves. 9-1-2 due up here for the Padres in a tie game at 4. Take a look at the Braves pitching this series. It's been kind of up and down. 26 innings pitched. They have a 5.19 ERA as a club. 22 strikeouts. They've walked 13 batters. They allow 10 hits per 9 innings on average. They've won 2 games out of 3 so far, and now game 4 is tied 4-4 here in the 6th. Bryce Elder remains out there, and Joe takes inside 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Breaking ball, 2-1. Thought process for the Braves. They've got Bryce Elder coming out of the bullpen at the moment to start the year. A guy who has been a starter, so he can pitch multiple innings at a time. I mean, he's at 30 pitches out of the bullpen, so this actually could be kind of a weapon for the Braves. If a guy like Schorlenbach gives up a few runs and they need to change pitchers, Elder can eat up some innings so that you don't have to waste your entire bullpen set of arms. There's a strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that's out number 1 here in the 6th. Now back to the top, and Jackson Merrill. 1 for 3. Takes inside 1-0. In there for a strike at the knees and a good changeup, and it's 1-1. Fouled at the plate. 1-2 the count. Tied at 4 here in the 6th inning. Braves were off to a 2-0 lead. And the Padres jumped in front 3-2. And this ball's hammered to deep right field. Jackson Merrill sends this one back, and it's gone for the Padres, who take a 5-4 lead. First home run of the season for Jackson Merrill. Look at that beautiful swing. And it was launched to right field, and the Padres jump back in front. 106 miles an hour off the bat, 413 feet, and it's 5-4 San Diego. Now here's Bogaerts, who takes a strike to follow that up. 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Earlier in the ball game, Padres their first home run of the ball game. Puts them in front. Jackson Merrill with a home run to right field. And now Bogaerts pops this one up. Albies going back will get there to make the catch, and there's 2-1. Now Luis Ariz will stand in. He's had a good game. He's 2 for 3, double and a single. Halfway through the cycle here, if you're keeping track of that kind of stuff. Nobody on, 2 out, but a run home gives the Padres a 5-4 lead. Breaking ball hit in the air towards center. Long run, Harris can't get it. Base hit. And a 3-hit game for Luis Ariz. And the inning will continue to Fernando. Runner on first here with 2 out. Padres take the lead here in the 6th inning. First pitch, chopped foul. Downstairs 1-1. 2 for 5 yesterday. 2 singles for Tatis. 0 for 3 here tonight. 1-1. Ball on 2 strikes now. Bryce Elder out of the bullpen here for the Braves at 42 pitches. Just gave up the go-ahead home run here in the 6th. The 1-2 on the ground to third. Riley cuts it off, throws the second in time. And the side is retired, but Jackson Merrill plays long ball here in the final game of this series. The 10th hit for the Padres gives them a 5-4 lead. Jeremiah Estrada will come in for the Padres, take over the pitching duties here. Comes in with the Padres leading by 1. 62 games last year, 6-3 record, and a 2.95 ERA. Let's flash back to the 2nd inning for Sean Murphy, who hit one over the top of the Western Metal Company supply building. Gave the Braves a 2-run lead at that point. Now they trail by a run. It's 5-4 as we start the 7th inning with Jeremiah Estrada on the bump. And Murphy checks his swing for a strike. Nothing at all.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss on an outside pitch. Nothing in 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him now. And Murphy is retired, 1 out here in the 7th. And now Orlando Arcia. In there for a strike, nothing in one. High down the left field line, slicing to the corner, and a foul ball. Swing and a miss, tied him up inside, and back-to-back strikeouts now for Estrada to start the seventh inning. Now here is Acuna. Back to the top of the order we go. Outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes.
1-run ball game. Padres have the lead, 5-4. We've been going back and forth all game long. There's a strike on the outer half, 1-1. Upstairs. Hitters count it 2-1 to Acuna. Left side, just foul. 2-2. Deuce is wild here to Acuna. The 2-2 home is shot foul. They'll do it again. Two outs, nobody aboard. The 2-2 home is chopped to the left side. Machado is there. Throw across. In time. 1-2-3 to the Braves in the seventh. Padres maintain a 1-run lead. And it's time to stretch here in San Diego. Anderson Pilar will come out of the Braves bullpen, take over the pitching duties for Bryce Elder. 1 game under his belt this year so far. He pitched 1 inning. 1 inning, didn't give up a run. And Manny Machado will stand in 1 for 3. Singled and scored earlier in the ball game. 5-4, Padres have the lead. Here in the bottom of inning number 7, and Machado takes high, 1-0. Jimenez and Bummer warming up in the Braves bullpen. Machado 1 for 3, the longtime vet. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right side and foul, 1-2 to Machado. 5-4, Padres have the lead. 1-2, chop foul. Braves went off to a 2-0 lead, then it was 2-1. Then it was 3-1 Braves, and then we're tied at 3. Padres took a 4-3 lead at that point. Braves tied it at 4-4. Now the Padres lead 5-4 as Machado goes down on strikes, 1-1. And here is Elias Diaz, 0 for 2. Nobody on, 1 out here in the 7th. First pitch in there for a strike, nothing in 1. Off the inside of his fists, Albies makes the play and spins and throws him out. There's 2 away. Now here is Jake Cronenworth, who is 1 for 2, singled and scored a run earlier in the ball game. 2 out, nobody aboard here in the 7th. First pitch in there, breaking ball, strike 1. Off the end of the bat, a floater into center. Harris with a long run will make the running catch. And the side is retired. Pilar throws a 1-2-3 inning. To the 8th we go in a 1-run ball game. New pitcher into the game for the Padres. Robert Suarez will come in. Last year, 65 games and a 2.77 ERA. He pitched 65 innings. Strikeout rate of 22.9, walk rate of 6.2. And his first task will be Michael Harris, who is 1 for 3 with a home run his last time to the plate. Tucked it inside the right field foul pole. And that tied the game at 4. Padres since then have taken a 5-4 lead. Back and forth we've gone all night long. Braves looking to do that again. And this ball is hit towards the middle. Tatis with a dive, knocks it down. That was actually Machado. Bogarts, somebody, makes the play, but can't make it on the infield, and it's a base hit. And now here is Marcell Ozuna. Tying run on base here for the Braves. And Ozuna stops that one foul. Tying run at first base represented by Harris. He's got speed over there, so a ball hit to the gap could be trouble for the Padres. Ozuna 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. And they'll check on Harris over there. Off the fists and foul back at 101 miles an hour, and it's 0-2. Ozuna fouls that one away, stays alive. Ball. Inside, 1-2. Hammered high and deep down the left field line. This ball is back, and this ball's gone! A big fly for the Big Bear, and the Braves take the lead back. A 2-run jack, first of the season for Ozuna. And it's 6-5 Atlanta. Continuing to go back and forth here in San Diego. Braves jump back in front. 6-5. And he knew it right off the bat. 101 miles an hour into the bleachers in left field. Might have hit the facade of that second deck out there. And it is 6-5 Braves. Back in front they go. And Olsen swings and misses at that one, 0-1. Oh for 3, strikeout and a couple flyouts today for Matt Olson. And fouls that one away, 0-2. Strike, 3 called, top of the zone. 100 miles an hour right on the black. And there's 1-1. Take a look at our ump cam. And that is going to do it for Suarez. They're going to pull him out. Give up a go-ahead home run. Frustrated look on his face. Got the strikeout of Olsen, but they'll finish it off there here in San Diego. Adrian Morejon will come in for the Padres here in the 8th inning with 1 away. 1 game under his belt so far this season here against the Braves. Didn't allow a run. Pitched in 1 inning, struck out 1 of the 3 batters he faced. And Austin Riley, who hit a home run earlier in the ball game, will stand in.
Ball, no.
Ball 1-0. Nobody on, 1 out here in the 8th, but 2 runs home on the home run by Marcell Ozuna to give the Braves the lead. Riley hit a home run earlier the other way to right. On the ground left side, Xander Bogaerts makes the play, and there's 2 away. Eerie crowd here in San Diego. They've been treated to a good game, but now their team is trailing after this game that just continues to go back and forth. Jurickson Profar, the former Padre, 2 out, nobody aboard.
Ball 1.
In there for a strike, 1-0. Fouled straight back, 1-1 the count. On the ground, foul, 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that'll do it for the 8th inning. Morejon gets the strikeout, but Marcell Ozuna ambushes a ball to left field, and the Braves take the lead back at 6-5, halfway through 8. Joe Jimenez will get the call here for the Braves in the bottom of inning number 8, 1-run ball game. Braves have the lead. Jimenez has pitched 1 game here in this series, pitched 1 inning, and didn't allow a run. And his first task will be Jason Hayward, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI double here today. Pitch downstairs, 1-0 to Hayward. Raisel Iglesias and Aaron Bummer warming up for the Braves. Here in a 1-run ball game. Iglesias, the closer, trying to get his pitches in. Inside 2-0. Outside corner, called a strike, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hitters count to Hayward. Inside 3-1. Connor Joe waits on deck, and then the top of the order looms for the Padres. Three and one, called a strike.
Full count.
It's full count to Hayward. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Jimenez might have taken advantage of a generous strike call, and he gets the strike out of Hayward. And now Connor Joe, 1 out, nobody aboard here in the 8th. First pitch, outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. He chased it out of the zone, and it's 0-2.
2 strikes.
Shot foul. Stays alive at 0-2. Nobody on, 1 out here in the 8th in a 1-run ball game. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts out of the bullpen for Joe Jimenez. And there's 2 away here in the 8th inning. Now that'll flip things back over to the top of the order. Jackson Merrill will bat here. 2 out, nobody aboard in the 8th in a 1-run ball game. 2 for 4 with a home run that gave the Padres a 5-4 lead at one point. Braves since have taken the lead back 6-5 on a go-ahead 2-run homer by Marcell Ozuna in the top half of this inning. We've gone back and forth all night long. It's been an excellent game all the way through. 0-1, chop foul, and it's 0-2. Jimenez a strike away from getting out of the inning. No balls and 2 strikes. Got it! Frozen! He struck out the side in the 8th inning. Joe Jimenez conserves a 1-run lead for the Braves. Top of the 9th inning, last chance for the Braves to add on some insurance here in San Diego. As Olby slaps the first pitch foul down the right side, it is 0-1. Olby's 1 for 2 in the ball game, batting .231 through the first few games of this season. And he rips that one foul. It is 0-2. Six five Braves have the lead. We've gone back and forth all night long. It's been a great game. Braves jumped out to a 2-0 lead early. And the Padres made it 2-1. Braves took a 3-1 lead. Then the Padres tied it at 3-3. Then the Padres took the lead 4-3. Then we were tied at 4-4. Padres took a 5-4 lead. And now the Braves have a 6-5 lead here in the ninth. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ozzie Olbies. Outside, full count.
Full count.
Sean Murphy, who hit a mammoth home run to start the scoring here tonight, waits on deck. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Olbies. In there for strike 3. And there's one away here in the ninth. And now Sean Murphy. 1 for 3 with that home run. He hit over the Western Metal Company supply building. Right center field, long run for Merrill. This ball's still going back. And he runs it down. What a catch by Jackson Merrill out there in center field for out number 2. So quickly, 2 away here in the ninth. Here's Arcia, who is 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts and a ground out. Nobody on, 2 out. And he hammers this ball to left field. Long run for Joe. It's over his head, and that one hops the fence. Orlando Arcia, his first hit of the night. It's a 2-out double here in the ninth. Second double on the early season for Arcia, and the inning will stay alive here for the Braves. And we'll flip things back over to Acuna, who will get a chance to swing one more time. And Acuna skies the first pitch towards right field, and Tatis makes the catch. And the side is retired in the ninth. All right, here we go. Last chance for the Padres. They need 1 to tie, and they got the right bats coming up. It'll be Bogarts, Arise, and Tatis in the ninth. Closer comes on for the Braves. Raisel Iglesias has appeared in 2 games in this series. He's got 1 save and 1 opportunity thus far, looking for his second of the season. Didn't do too hot in 2 innings pitched. 40.5 ERA through the first couple of games. of his season, as Bogaerts will stand in to lead things off in a one-run game, and he pops up the first pitch. Sean Murphy, mask off behind the plate. He's got it. One pitch, one out in the ninth. And now Luis Arraez will stand in, 3 for 4. He's had a good game, a double and a couple singles. One-run ball game in the ninth, nobody on, one out. First pitch, slap foul, nothing in one. Left side, that's a catch, Austin Riley. And there's 2 away here in the ninth. And the Braves are 1 out away from taking this series 3 games to 1. And now Tatis is the last hope for the Padres in a one-run ball game. First pitch downstairs, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Chopped at the plate, 1-1.
Ball 2.
Hitters count to Tatis, 2 balls and a strike, 2 out, bottom 9, 1-run game, nobody aboard. Hitters count to Fernando.
Ball.
Outside, 3-1. Manny Machado, another dangerous bat, waits on deck. 3 balls and a strike. We'll see how aggressive Fernando wants to be here. He is aggressive, and he pulls it foul, 3-2. And now the Padres are down to their final strike here this evening. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Raisel Iglesias. The payoff. Chopped foul. They'll do it again. On the ground, foul to the left. They'll do it again. Three balls and 2 strikes. The payoff from Iglesias. Oh, he just missed. Just off the plate. The game will stay alive. And now the tying run is on base, and the potential winning run is at the plate, represented by Manny Machado. 1 for 4 with a single and a run score. A back-and-forth game coming down to the wire. 6-5 Braves, tying run at first, represented by Tatis and Machado at the plate. Runner takes off, pitches outside, the throw to second, not in time. Tying run in scoring position for the Padres. Aggressive base running with the game on the line for Tatis. Now a base hit might tie the game, and this one's fouled away by Machado. 1-1. 1-1, fouled straight back, and now the Padres are down to their final strike. Tying run in scoring position at second base, bottom 9, 2 out. Manny Machado at the plate. The 1-2, fouled away, they'll stay alive. Inside, 2-2. Bottom of the ninth being drawn out as much as possible by Tatis and Machado. Deuces are wild for Iglesias. And a pop-up left side. Machado spikes the bat down in frustration. Profar, the former Padre, will put it away. And the Braves hang on to win 6-5 here in San Diego. What a game this was. Back and forth we went all night long. And the game-winning home run by Marcell Ozuna in the 8th inning makes it a 6-5 Braves win. The win will go to Anderson Pilar out of the bullpen. Loss will go to Robert Suarez, also out of the bullpen. And the save will go to Raisel Iglesias, his second here in the series. And the Braves win the opening series here in San Diego, 3-1. What a thriller this was. Back and forth we went. It started off with this bomb by Sean Murphy over the top of the building out there in left field. Michael Harris played long ball down the right field line. Braves had a 3-1 lead at one point before Jackson Merrill sent this one high and deep to right that put the Padres in front at one point. And then Marcell Ozuna, the game-winning home run in the 8th inning to make it a 6-5 game, and that was the final score. Braves win, and they win the series here in San Diego.